time to get comfy because we're talking about movies. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to the channel. Today, I'm doing a follow-up to the video I did before, which was talking about my recently watched TV shows, which is talking about my recently watched movies or films, whatever you want. I will say though, I have been on more of a series kick, so I've watched a lot more series than movies because I wanted to just be able to, it's very hard for me to make a decision on what I'm going to watch. So I would rather pick something that's going to go on for a while so it takes longer for me to have to make a decision again, because that's just very daunting for me. I don't like it at all. But same as last time, I have got 6 movies to talk about today, some better than others. I will say some of my favorite movies are in this list, like ever. I'm very excited to talk about it. Without further ado, without the preamble that I always supply everyone with, let's talk about movies. So the movie I want to start with is a movie called Eden, which I'm pretty certain came out like this week or like on Friday. And it's a movie, you can watch it on Prime. It's got Anna de Armas, it's got Sydney Sweeney, it's got Vanessa Kirby. Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with it. I love Vanessa Kirby. So ultimately I watched because I saw the girlies in there. Eden is about, it's quite funny because the title is very opposite to what it actually is. A bunch of German people who inhabit an island that's very difficult to live on. Very, very difficult to live on. And the movie is basically about the dynamic between the 3 groups of people inhabiting the island. So it gets a little bit complicated, gets a little bit greedy, you know, as you can imagine. It was kind of giving like in The Walking Dead when they fight over each other's bases. Annoys me. But I don't know, if you've watched The Walking Dead, that's very much the energy it's giving. I don't have much to say on this movie. I thought it was good. It was a good Friday night movie to watch. It's a good movie. It's quite tense in a good way. I really like a tense movie. The actors, I mean, star-studded cast, so very good performances. Sydney Sweeney loves to give birth on camera. I don't know what it is. Her characters always be giving birth, but she's a really good actress. Really good. Vanessa Kirby was also brilliant. Not much to say about the movie. I just think it's a good one to pass the time. Definitely worth the watch. It was good. Cast is good. Plotline is strong. Ending is strong. Oh, it's based on a true story. So it was actually very interesting to learn about. But thinking that actually happened is quite jarring. I would definitely recommend a watch. The next movie I want to talk about is The Woman in Cabin 10, which is a movie you can find on Netflix. The main actress is Keira Knightley, and I watched it for Keira Knightley, of course. I saw her on the photos and I thought it was a thriller. I thought, okay, perfect. But I had beef with the movie before I even started because I saw it was 1 hour and 30 minutes, and that's just not enough time for a film, you know. It's just not. Like, even if it's an extra 15 minutes, that's already better for me. 1 hour and 45. I need time, especially when a thriller, I need some time to build the tensity of the story, and I wanted to wrap up nicely. In this movie, it was too short, so the plot line was strong, the actors were delivering, but the wrap-up was rushed. And it kind of taints everything before, which was very unfortunate. I do think it could have benefited from an extra 15 to 30 minutes, probably 30 minutes, and it would have been a stronger watch. I do still recommend it just because it is entertaining. I did find the story entertaining. And the premise, I forgot to explain the premise. Basically, the premise is that this journalist gets invited onto a yacht to celebrate this woman's life, because she's got leukemia. So they wanted to do something grand before she died, the super thing, you know, they're inviting certain people. and they go on this yacht, and stuff happens on the yacht, and it continues. But the movie is too short. We needed more time. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. The next movie I want to talk about is A House of Dynamite, which is a Netflix movie. It came out on Friday, and today is Tuesday, the 28th, just for anyone who needs to know. I have never, I'm also not going to speak about this movie long. I'm going to say two things. Star-studded cast, once again. Incredible cast. Acting amazing. I'm not going to say two things. I'm going over already. Story was built so well. So tense. Like, I couldn't stop watching. What the actual happened in that ending? No, I'm sorry, but that's cruel. I don't want to spoil anything. That ending is the biggest letdown of 2025. I was like, that was awful. I've never been so disappointed in my life. So yes, once again, beginning is absolutely tainted by the end, because the premise of the movie is that there is a missile launched, and it's about the journey of said missile to its destination, trying to stop it. Different groups of people, important people and parties, all privy to this launch and tracking the launch and this and that and all this. So tense. Everyone, how their reactions are different. They think about their family. Rebecca Ferguson, Idris Elba, insane cast. Why you did them dirty like that? If I would have read that script as an actor and saw that it has no definitive ending, I would not watch that movie. I would not go work on this movie. I wouldn't. Me putting myself in actor's shoes. As a viewer, I wish I didn't watch it because of that ending. So I don't recommend this movie, actually. I don't think you should watch it because there's no ending, and there needs to be an ending. There's a climax, 2 credits. There's no ending. So for that, in a spiteful approach, I'm going to say don't watch it. Next. The last 3 movies I'm going to talk about are my 3 favorite movies on this list. There's no order. These are all 10s for me. All these movies are 10s. But I will talk about Twinless first. I don't know how I didn't expect this going into the movie, but what the movie is about is very much in the name. A twin, well, twins being twinless because they lose their twins to tragic accidents, and it's about that story. But the main character, Dylan O'Brien, I forget his name. I wanted to call him Styles from Teen Wolf. I forget his name. But he loses his twin, Rocky. He ends up going to a social group to talk about this and help him. And he meets somebody there. They talk, and it's about their dynamic, and there's a lot of twists at the beginning. A lot of twists. I was audibly gasping continuously. It was done so well. It was pieced together like a puzzle, a perfect puzzle. But the dynamic of him, I can't remember names, it's so annoying, but James Sweeney and Dylan O'Brien's characters, they meet at the social group. And, it all unfolds. It's emotional, it's deep, it's really hard to watch, actually, because there's lots of struggles being delved into there. But it was really brilliantly put together, and it's so worth watching and important to watch a story like that, because James Sweeney's character is objectively unlikable. But if you actually try to focus on him as a character and as a human being, he makes a lot of mistakes because he's so deeply broken. He is so deeply broken. And yes, outwardly he's horrible to people, but you can see that it's only because his insides are as horrible as what he's giving out to everyone. He's projecting on everyone else, and it's really rough to watch because it's really realistic and it's really true to lots of people nowadays. So I think lots of people who are saying he's unlikable and you can't come back from it, probably because you relate to him, boo. just saying. Dylan O'Brien's performance was brilliant. James Sweeney's performance was also brilliant. I watch anything with Dylan O'Brien in it, so I was on board from the get-go. James Sweeney was also directing this movie. I don't know if it was his debut or not, but it was brilliant, and I can't wait to watch what's next. It's really deep, and yeah, it's sad, and it deals with grief, but there's another part of the story that's overlapping the grief, which makes it more digestible to watch, you know. I really enjoyed it, and I think just for the gays will really, specifically the gays will enjoy this movie. So I recommend you watch it. It's really good, it's really worth it, and it's really well done. Next movie I want to talk about is Nonnas, and you can watch Nonnas on Netflix. Nonnas is also based on a true story, but the premise is it's about this guy who loses his Italian mother and has a really deep attachment to his heritage. And moving on into the future, a ways after he's lost his mother, he is quite lost, and he's working a job that he quite frankly hates. And he comes up with this idea that he wants to make a restaurant where the chefs are Italian nonnas. And it is brilliant. It is so wholesome. It is so cute. I cried at the end because the ending is so precious. And it's one of the most heartwarming movies I've ever watched, and it has gone down as one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just precious. It's human. There's a little romance in it. There's cute connections. It's just a beautiful movie all around, and I highly recommend it. Don't think it's boring. It's really not boring. It's just feel good. If you want to feel good, that's the movie. 10 out of 10. Now the last movie, I did intentionally save this for last. I want to talk about Materialists. Besides the dead giveaway, the cast, Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal, the story is so good. The story is amazing too. The premise of this movie is Dakota Johnson's character is a professional matchmaker. I mean, have you ever heard of anything like that before? Is that actually a thing? Anyway, she's a professional matchmaker. She's in the business of pairing people together. So she has this viewpoint on matchmaking that is very strategic and very numbers and very organized, just very meticulous. And a certain person has to go with a certain person, and if you do this, they will like that, and if they like that, then they won't like this. Very, very like that. So it's interesting because it gets taken into her own dating life when she meets Pedro Pascal. Without saying too much, you know, there's romance, there's love triangle. It's one of those movies, once again, where I will say, like Nonnas, is very human and very modern. It's jarring to watch because it is an accurate representation of how people are nowadays. Very superficial, very judgmental, very anxious also, very just bothered by the smallest things. And like Dakota's character, she can't bring herself to date someone if they don't have this certain pro or this certain con, which is very accurate to this current day and age, because we are always thinking about the list, and she's trying to find this perfect person. Impossible. I could have told her in 2 seconds. Ultimately, you know, things shift and this and that, but my main point of this movie is the whole time I was watching it, it's the exact kind of movie I love, by the way. I just love the human displays of human interaction. It just felt real. It didn't felt like it was being filmed. It felt like I was just watching people walk around. Like, it felt very realistic to me. We all need to watch this movie. It kind of woke me up a bit. Like you don't need to be looking for these certain things in this person. And there's a bunch of other people. It's eye-opening. It's eye-opening. Accurate representation. Very well done. Very romantic. It's a beautiful story, and it's like scarily real. It's to a point where you watch it and you're like, that's kind of unfortunate that's actually how people are nowadays. And I felt very happy after finishing it because of how real I felt it was and how seen this generation as a whole was through this movie. It's like, it's a masterclass in what we should be watching on our televisions nowadays, I would have to say. I think she flipped what everyone expected on its head, because when you look at that cast and you look at that poster, you think, oh, Challengers Part 2. It's nothing like that. It's got a lot of depth to it and there's lots of layers, and I would highly, highly, highly recommend it because it's very thought-provoking. That's all the movies I have to talk about today. I don't even have any honorary mentions. That I was originally gonna put Our Fault in this list. We don't need to talk about Our Fault. I mean, seriously, sometimes franchises just need to end, or trilogy doesn't need to be a trilogy. It can just, that's all I've got to say on that. So she's not on the list for a reason. But yeah, I've watched some really good movies recently, and there's some good art being released nowadays. There's just some really good things to watch, and that's why, in particular, if you're going to watch anything on this list, I would recommend Nonas, Materialists, and Twinless. Those all have something in common. They are very human, and they portray human nature very accurately and beautifully. So if you want to use your time on any movies, because time is the most expensive currency that we have, it's those three you should use it on. But thank you for watching. I always appreciate you just being here for, it says 27 minutes, but I'll edit it down, for 20 minutes, just to chat about movies, because we all watch things all the time and we're always consuming. So I just like to get it out and share and like hopefully relate on things. So thank you for spending some time with me. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like on the video and comment down below if you've watched any of these movies and what you thought about them, because I love to hear different perspectives on the same thing. So please let me know. If you enjoyed these videos, please let me know as well so that I can continue to do them. And I will see you very soon for another video. Bye.